Good morning students, how are you all today? Today I am going to take class for my 5th standard, and students, we have done most of it in our WhatsApp classes, but I am going to do a recapitulation for you so that you understand each and every topic, and if you have any doubts, I am trying to clarify that in this class. Basically today's unit 1 topic is 5-digit numbers. In that I am going to only cover these 4 in this first class. The first one is inserting commas, second one is place value chart and number names. We have done this already, expanded form and standard form, and from greatest form the greatest and smallest 5-digit numbers. So we are going to learn all of this in this class. I am going to start with the place value chart. Before that, I am going to just choose a random number. Okay, the number that I am choosing today is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we have to learn where to insert the commas, right? We have to learn where to insert the comma. Now look at this place value chart. This is place value chart. Okay, in this place value chart you have 2 periods. One is ones period and the second one is thousands period. You see, these two are called different periods. As you grow and go to the bigger classes, you will also see the other periods. After ones and thousands, you have lakhs, you have crores in Indian standard way of writing the numbers. Now in this class, because you have only 5-digit numbers, I am going to only focus on the ones and the thousands. Okay, students, now the number we have here is 54,321. Okay, how are we going to write this in your place value chart? So you're going to start from the right side. Okay, first you're going to write the 1 here, the second number here. So 1 is in your ones column, 2 is in your tens column, and 3 is in your hundreds column, 4 is in your thousands column, and 5 is in your 10,000 column. Okay, and where do we have to insert the comma, which is our first topic? The comma will be inserted after every period. Okay, like I told you here, this is your 1 period and this is your 2nd period, right? So the first 3 numbers form your first period. So your comma is going to come here. See this, children? 1, 2, 3, and then there's a comma and the remaining. Okay, so students, you have to make sure that after the first period there's a comma. So this is how you're going to represent this particular number on your place value chart. I'm also going to show you how you place it in your abacus. Okay, look at this abacus, children. Right? It is very similar to what we have done in the place value chart. Can you see this? Now in your ones place there is just 1 beads, and you see a 0 here. 0 is for ones place. In your second column you have 2 beads, right? These 2 beads denote 2 in the tens place. See the number 10 here? Okay, and then you have the number 3 in your hundreds place, right? See 100 here? Hundreds place you have 3 beads because it is a number 3. We are representing it using 3 beads. Now in the thousands column you have number 4. So you have 4 beads here in thousands column, and then it is 10,000 where you have your number 5. Here in the column you have 5, and here you have 5 beads to represent that. So this is very similar to your place value chart. You can also learn this using your abacus. Okay, can you see this? Yes. Now again, so we have learned where to put the comma. I'm going to take generally some other number. Okay, let me take the number 7,465. Okay, so how are we going to place that in your place value chart? Let us see that. Okay, like I told you, we are going to start from the right side. So it's going to be 5 here, then 6 here, and then 3 here, 4 here, and 7. Okay, so it is 74,365, and the comma would be after the first period, right? After the first 3 digits. So this is how you're going to insert your comma, and this is how you're going to write it in your place value chart. Okay, this is how you're going to represent this in your place value chart. And students, I had already given you a lot of homework on number naming. I know that you know the spellings for all these number naming, you know the spellings for everything, and you can write the number name for this particular number. It will be 74,365. 74,365. Let me write that for you. See children, it is 70, SEVENTY, 70, FOUR 4, 1000, THOUSAND 1000, 3, THREE 3, 100, HUNDRED 100, 60, SIXTY 60, 5, FIVE 5, right? So this is how you're going to write the number names. Okay, and since we have already covered this in WhatsApp classes, I'm going to move on and teach you how you are going to write the expanded form and the standard form. Okay, I'm going to take the same example and I'm going to show you how you're going to write it. Okay. Okay, now look at this number. 74,365. To write the expanded form for this particular number, okay, what are we learning here? Expanded form. Okay, for the same number, expanded form. Okay, now the first number we are going to, this time we are going to start from the left side. So we have the first number here, 7. What are you going to do? We're going to write 7 multiplied by. Now 7 is in your 10,000th position. So you're going to put a 1 here, and then you're going to put the number of zeros that are going to come along with that. So if you see that, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Leave this column. Count the other columns. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to put 4 zeros here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And after 3, comma, right? So 7 into 10,000. That means this is the number that we have written here, and then we have multiplied it by putting 1 instead of 7, and for the remaining numbers we are going to put zeros. You can also look at the number here. When you hide this, you will know how many zeros you are going to put. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Now let's move on to the next number, which is your number 4. So you write an addition symbol here, and then you put 4 multiplied by 1. Okay? Now after 4, how many digits do you have? How many numbers do you have? Count. 1, 2, 3. So what you're going to do here, you're going to put 1, 2, 3, 3 zeros, and after the first 3 digits you have to put a comma. See here children, if I show you in this, if you cover the number 4 and towards your right side, how many digits do you have? You have 1, 2, 3, 3 digits. So how many zeros you're going to put? 1, 2, 3, 3 zeros. Do you understand that children? Let's move on to the next number, which is your number 3. So when you go to number 3, how are you going to write the expanded form for that? So you're going to put an addition symbol. You're going to write 3 multiplied by 1. Now if you see here, after 3, how many numbers do you have? How many digits do you have? 2 digits. So what you're going to do, you're going to put 0 and 0, 2 zeros over there. In this particular case, if you cover these 3 numbers, you have only 2 digits left. So you're going to put 2 zeros there. Now next is your number 6. You're going to write number 6 multiplied by 1, and after 6, how many digits are left, or how many numbers are left? Only one number. So for that you're going to put only 1 0 here. Get this, children? Now look at this one. In this, if you cover up till 6, all the other numbers, you have only 5 left. For that 5, you're going to just put 1 0 over here. Okay? And next, you put an addition symbol. You write 5 multiplied by 1. And after this, since you don't have any other digit or the number ends over there, so you're just going to put multiplied by 1. Okay? Either you can represent your expanded form in this format, or there's one more way of writing it. You simply write it as 70,000 plus 4,000 plus 300 plus 60 plus 5. If you multiply, you will get the same answer. Okay? So this is how you're going to write your expanded form. Students, I hope you would have understood. Every time you are going to expand a number, you have to write that number multiplied by, and you have to put as many zeros next to that number to make this particular number appear. So you have to put 7 into 1 and cover the 7 and see how many numbers are left. That many zeros you have to put. Okay? Because from here if you count, you will see that next to 7 you have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 digits. So that is why we are having a 4 zeros over here to denote the position of that number. Okay, so from the place value chart, looking at that, you have understood how we are going to write the expanded form. Okay, this is how you're going to write the expanded form. Students, I hope you would have understood how you have to do this. Now I'm going to show you how you're going to write a standard format. Okay, standard format of any number given in expanded form. Okay, let's move on to the next session. Yes. Now I'm going to write a number in the expanded form, and then I'm going to write it in the standard form for you to understand how you're going to write it. Okay, so I'm going to write 5 into 10,000 plus 3 into 1,000 plus 2 into 100 plus 9 into 10 and 4 into 1. Okay, this is the expanded form I have given to you. Now you look at it carefully, and then I'll tell you how you're going to write it as a standard form. Okay, see children, now I want you to write this in the place value chart first. Okay, okay, now your 5 is multiplied with 10,000, so the 5 will come in 10,000 place. 5. Now your 3 is multiplied with 1,000, so your 3 will come in thousands place. Your 2 is multiplied with 100, so your 2 is going to come in the hundreds place. Your 9 is multiplied with 10, so it is going to come in the tens place. And your 4 is multiplied with 1, so it is going to come in the ones place. See this, children? Now all you need to do, you have to write this number and insert the comma in the right place. So what is the number that you have got? Look at your place value chart. 5, 3 and a comma, 2, 9, 4. It is 53,294. The standard form for this particular expanded form is 53,294. Now I'm going to take another sum, which is going to be little difficult for you to understand, because all of these has numbers, but if there is a 0 in between any number, how are you going to write that? To show that, I'm going to take another example and I'm going to explain this to you. Okay children, let us take this number 54,021. Okay, so what are we going to do here? How are we going to write these numbers in the place value chart? So you have 54,000, so 5, 4, the 0 comes here and the 2 comes here and the 1 comes here. Okay, how are you going to write the expanded form for this? You're going to write the expanded form in the same way as we wrote last time. You're going to write 5 multiplied by 10,000. Why 10,000? After 5, how many numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that many zeros next to your 1. Okay. Then addition symbol. You have your 4. 4 into 1, 2, 3. 1 into 1. 1, 2, 3. That is 1,000. You're going to put a 1 and you're going to multiply it. Okay, right. You're going to put a 1 and you're going to put 3 zeros. 4 multiplied by 1,000. Okay, plus you have a 0 here. So you have 0 multiplied by 100 plus your 2 multiplied by 10 plus your 1 multiplied by 1. Now when I'm going to write the standard form in a different form, what I'm going to write here? We're going to write 50,000 plus 4,000 plus 20 plus 1. Do you see that 0 into 100 is nothing but 0? So there's no need to write 0 here. So if you find expanded form written in this form, you have to be very careful children. You have to see that there is something missing in between. What is missing? There's nothing written about the hundredths place. If there is nothing mentioned about any place, for example, if it is not mentioned for a thousandth place or for the tenth place or for the ones place, that particular place has to be denoted with a 0. So to write the standard form for this, what are we going to do? We are going to first write that in the place value chart. While writing itself, you can see that 50,000. So it is coming in 10,000th place. So we are writing 5 here. 4,000 is coming in the thousands place. We are writing 4 here. There is nothing here which denotes hundreds place. So we are going to put a 0 there. Okay. And then for in tens place we have 2 and in ones place we have 1. So this is your number. This is your number in the standard form. Okay. This I have done so that you understand if the 0 comes in between, how you are going to deal with that particular problem. Okay. So you can look at it and you can understand how it is. And I'm going to show the same number to you on your abacus so that you don't have any doubts. What do we have in the ones place, children? We have 1, only 1. Okay. In the tens place we have only 2. So I'm going to remove that. And in hundreds place we have 0. So what we are going to do, we are going to remove all the beats there. In the thousands place we have 4, so we are going to put 2 more green beads there. Yes. Okay. In thousands place, 10,000s place we have 5, so we are going to add 4 more yellow beads. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now you can see children, in your ones place you have 1. Here you have 1 beads. In the tens place you have 2. You have 2 beads here. In your hundredth place there's nothing. You're going to leave this place empty. Okay. And in the thousands place you have 4. So we have put 4 beads here. And in the 10,000s place you have 5. So we have put 5 beads over here. This is how you're going to denote that particular number in the abacus. Okay. And also you can see in the place value chart how we have written it. Okay students, now we have already covered the first 3 points. Now I'm going to last topic is form a greatest and smallest number with 5-digit numbers. Okay, so I'm going to rub this and I'm going to start explaining how you're going to write the greatest and the smallest number. Now students, I have taken randomly 3 numbers with which I am going to explain how you are going to write the greatest and smallest number. Okay, the first number that I have taken here is 19,873. Okay, or rather I will say 19873, because these are just numbers. We are going to form greatest and smallest number using these digits, random digits. Okay, so when you have to write the greatest number, now you have to see from all these numbers here present which is the biggest number. Which is the biggest number? 19873, which is the biggest number that you have here. 9, right? So you're going to write 9 first. Now since 9 is over, I'm going to circle this. Okay, 9 is over. Now which are the other numbers? You have 1, 8, 7 and 3. Out of these 4 numbers, 1, 8, 7 and 3, which one is the biggest number? Exactly, 8 is the next biggest number. So we write it next to 9. Now we have, even 8 is done, so we have only 7, 3 and 1. Among the numbers 7, 3 and 1, which one is the biggest number? Yes, of course, 7. So we're going to write 7 here. 7 is also done. Now we have left only with 2 numbers, 3 and 1. Which is big, 3 or 1? Right, 3 is biggest. So we're going to write 3 and then we're going to write 1. And now according to the rule that we learned, after every period there's a comma. So you're going to put a comma here. Right? This is your greatest number. To write the greatest number, you have to begin writing the biggest number first and followed by the rest of the numbers. Now to write this number as smallest number, what are we going to do? We are going to do the exact opposite of what we did right now. What are we going to do? We are going to start writing with the smallest number first. So which is the smallest number here? 1, right? We're going to write 1 first, followed by the next smallest number. Which is the next number which is smaller? If we don't look at 1, 1 is already done. So 9873, which is the smallest one among these? 3. So you're going to write 3 here. Okay, then you have 987. 987, these two are over. 987, which one is the smallest one? Yes, 7. The next one is 8, right? After 7 comes 8. So you're going to write 8. And then the last number is your number 9, which is the biggest number. Okay, so after the first period you put the comma, right? Now you see that it's actually the mirror image of what is here, right? Basically what comes last in the greatest number comes first in your smallest number. But this rule does not stand if you have a 0 in the number. That is why I have taken the second example here. Now students, when we see here in this number 49063, in these numbers, which one is the biggest number? Yes, of course, 9. So we're going to write 9. Now 9 is done. You have 4, 0, 6 and 3. Which one is the biggest number now? Now 6 is the biggest number after 9. So you're going to write 6. So 6 is done. We have 4, 0 and 3. The biggest number among 4, 0, 3 is 4. You're going to write 4 here. Now 0 and 3. Which one is bigger? Of course 3. So you're going to write 3 and the last number is 0. You're going to put a comma here. Now to write the smallest number, if you start with the smallest number, which is the smallest number? 0, of course. 0. Okay. Followed by the next number, which is bigger than 0, is 3, right? 3. You're going to write 3 here. So 0 is done, 3 is done. Which is left? 496. Which one is smaller? 4. Right? And then you have 9 and 6. Which one is smaller? 6. And the last biggest number is 9. Now students, pay attention. Is this right, what we have written? Actually, we are forming the greatest and smallest 5-digit number. Remember, 5-digit number. Now this is of course the smallest number which can be made out of these digits. But is it a 5-digit number? if you put 0 here in the first position, it doesn't have any value. The 0 at the end has value, or in between has value. But if you put 0 right in the beginning of a number, the number does not have any value. Now if you will read this number, how will you read it? You will read it as 3469. That means the 0 does not add any value to this number. So it is not a 5-digit number, it's only a 4-digit number. What you have to do? You have to interchange these two. 3 goes here, 0 comes here. So this number is supposed to be written as 30469. Understood, students? So if you have to make a 5-digit number using these 5 digits, then your 0 has to come here. It cannot come here. Okay? So be careful when you're writing this number. Now we'll do the last example which has 2 zeros, so that you understand how you're going to do it. Okay? Now this number, now in this 68009, which is the biggest? Of course 9. Now you have 8 and 6 and 0 and 0. Which is the biggest one? 8. You write 8. Now 6, 0 and 0. 6 is the biggest number. And then you have the 2 zeros there. You can put a comma here, right? Now when you have to write from the smallest number, you're going to begin with your zeros. 0 and then the other 0, and after that comes your number 6, the smallest. And if 6 and 0, 0 are done, what are remaining? 8 and 9. Which one is the smallest? 8. So you're going to write 8 here and 9 here. Like I explained in the previous situation, here also if you're going to put 2 zeros here, it's only going to be a 3-digit number. But we want the smallest 5-digit number. What you have to do? You have to interchange position of 0 and 6. So it's going to be 6, and you have, remember, 2 zeros. You can't put 1 0, you have to put 2 zeros. So 0, 0, 8, 9. This is going to be your smallest 5-digit number. Many of you had a confusion in this. I had seen many of you had put zeros in the front. 0, if it comes this side, it has no value. So you have to put the 0 in between and make the 5-digit number, smallest 5-digit number. Students, I hope I have explained it to you, and I hope you would have understood. If you have any clarification or any doubts, please send me your WhatsApp, and I will be able to explain it to you personally. Okay, for today we have covered these 4 topics. I hope it is interesting for you to learn from this, and I want you to do all of this in your notebook. Write the session that I have taken for you. I want you to write all of this that I have taught you in your notebook, okay, and show it to me so that I know you have followed it correctly. Okay children, have a wonderful day. Bye.